Good morning, good afternoon. This is Module 3, Topic 4, Lesson 2, Deep Flight 1. In this lesson, we will build equations and inequalities to solve problems. Take a look at the learning goals. Go ahead and skim them on your own. To sum it all up, we'll be working with inequalities today to help us solve problems. Our key term for today is going to be unit rate of change. Let's get started, moving straight to the getting started. Lemonade at the pool. The concession stand at a local swimming pool sells small and large glasses of freshly squeezed lemonade. Before I continue, be reminded you should be annotating this problem as we read. This weekend, they made more than $250 selling glasses of lemonade. A large glass of lemonade sells for $4, and the total sales generated from selling small glasses of lemonade was $65. Question 1 reads, write an inequality to represent the relationship between the amount they made and the number of large glasses they sold. So I'm going to write that out to help me understand what inequality I should be writing. So I'm figuring out the relationship between the amount they made and the number of large glasses they sold. So the amount they made and the large number of glasses they sold. And in the middle should go an inequality. So one of these values is greater or less than the other. Now, also with word problems, remember, in order to really understand what's happening, not only do we have to annotate, but draw it out as well. So notice off to the left, I drew out what this situation represents. We've got large glasses of lemonade, we've got small glasses of lemonade, and we know that they made more than $250 selling these lemonades this weekend. What I want you to do, either on your own or with a partner, take 2 minutes to go ahead and write an inequality that represents this relationship. Then when we come back, we're going to solve and graph that inequality. So 2 minutes for just number 1. Pause here. Alrighty, time is up. You should have an inequality generated. If you don't, let's go over it together. So we're trying to find the relationship between the amount that they made and the number of glasses they sold. So we know that the amount they made was more than $250. So I can just throw $250 here in that relationship. And they made more than that selling glasses of lemonade. So being that they said sold more than 250, I know 250 is the smaller number. So 250 is less than what they sold. A large glass of lemonade was $4, so I could write that as 4 times G for the glasses. And then they also made part of that money from selling $65 worth of small glasses of lemonade. And there is our inequality. Now that we've understood what's going on in this problem and also set up an inequality to represent it, let's move on to question 2. To solve this inequality, interpret what that means, and then we're going to graph it on a number line. But before we go over it together, I do want you to try on your own or with a partner to solve on your own. So I want you to set a timer for about another 2 to 3 minutes to solve this inequality. So you're solving for G, and then you're going to graph on the number line. So take about 2 to 3 minutes solving that inequality, solving for G, and then graphing. Pause here. Alrighty, now that you've had time to work, go ahead and compare your work to mine. So I solved this two-step inequality by first subtracting 65 from both sides. When I subtracted 65, I then got 185 is less than 4g. Then my last and final step was to divide both sides by 4. When I divided by 4, and you can see my work off to the side, I got 46 and 25 hundredths. So 46 and 25 hundredths is less than g, or you can also write it g is greater than 46 and 25 hundredths. But think about this. We're talking about glasses of lemonade, which is what the g represents, right? So, can I have 46 and 25th hundredths of a glass of lemonade? No, not really. That's a weird request to ask that at a lemonade stand. So, think about this for a second. If I know that the amount of glasses is more than 46 and 25 hundredths, would we round our number down to 46, or would we round our number up to 47 glasses? No need to pause the video. Think about it for a second and then say your answer out loud. If you said 47 glasses of lemonade, you're absolutely correct. We need to interpret this as they sold more than, or the glasses G is greater than 47 glasses. So now that we understand that, we can now graph the solution set on the number line. So we're always going to start with 0. Then I'm going to find 47 somewhere on the number line. It does not matter where you put your number as long as it's, of course, correct in terms of the way the number line moves. We know that they sold a greater amount than 47. So think about this. If G is greater than 47, where are those numbers on the number line? Are they to the right or are they to the left of that 47? The numbers that are greater than 47. I hope you went and graphed it before me, but yes, if you said to the right, you're absolutely correct. Our arrow would point to the right. Now I'm going to ask you one last question. Would I shade this circle or would I keep this circle open? And why? If you said keep it open, you're absolutely correct. The only time we would shade that circle is if the solution is included, meaning it is greater, less than, or equal to. Less than or equal to, or greater or equal to. Here, the solution is not included, so we keep our circle open. Alrighty, that is it for the Getting Started activity. I will see you in activity 2.1.